Well, it's a new day and we got the app turned on, door dashing from home for a little bit just to see what we can get going on at lunchtime. Got my first offer from Wawa, $9 and almost $10, $9.90 some cents for about 5.5 miles, if memory serves me correctly. But I got to pick up from Wawa, then Jersey Mike's, drop off to 2 customers, but it should be a nice start to the lunch dash. So you ready? Let's go make some money. Yep. Hey there. Got a DoorDash for George.
For George?
Yep. Thanks so much. You too. Well, we got the Wawa in the car and there was no problem. It was sitting there waiting for me, so just grabbed it. I had to ask for it. They didn't have it out on the shelf, but I've learned to be a little bit more assertive when it comes to asking for those orders. I used to stand there and wait for them to look at me, but I've come to learn that a lot of times they won't look at you. So got it in the car anyway. Broke the cardinal rule of fuel and didn't fuel up before I started my dash. I had to grab a few dollars worth of gas while I was there at the pump. Now we're heading for Jersey Mike's. See you there. Well, we got Wawa and Jersey Mike's in the car. Isn't that the noisiest door? The Jersey Mike's door. Every time I go in there, it's got that big loud creak. Want to always bring a can of oil with me and take care of it for them, but you know, not everybody appreciates that. Anyway, we got it in the car. I've got 0.8 of a mile to go to this first drop off. I've been in the car for a few minutes. So we'll get these 2 offers dropped off, see what else comes in today. Probably just do some casual door dashing from home. And grab the good ones. All right. We'll see you at the drop off. Well, we got that one dropped off. It was one of those contactless deliveries where you got to call the customer, and I liked it because when I jumped into it, it had the option to say I've already received instructions from the customer, but it still made me call them, or at least go over to the call screen and back. They left me the leave it door instructions in the comments. Anyway, we got that one dropped off. We're heading for our next one. Let me see. We've got, I know where this one is, so I didn't even turn the map on, but 6 minutes to go. Let's get her dropped off.
Turn right.
Well, there's another one. $9.36 this time for 5.5 miles. Chipotle and Chipotle. Let's go. Well, I just strolled on into Chipotle and boom, the food was ready. It was it. Just put it in the bag and walked out. It was like Chipotle saying, let's not mess with Popsy today. Got to work on that power of invisibility. It seems like maybe I don't want to lose it, you know? I mean, it comes in handy sometimes. We've got 4 minutes to the drop off, 1.6 miles. It is a leave at front desk in the lobby. I couldn't tell from the map what it was, but maybe like a car dealership or something. Anyway, instructions received. Will do. Hi there. I have a DoorDash drop off. Well, we got that first one dropped off. It was a car dealership, Volkswagen. Funny, I pulled up in there. I hadn't thought about it in years, but about 20 years ago, I used to have a Colors on Parade franchise with my son-in-law. You know, we paint bumpers and fix scratches and so forth in doors and remove dents. And anyway, I did some work there on some of their used cars. Been a while. I hadn't thought about that in a long time. So, wasn't a bad gig. Wasn't my favorite thing that I've ever done, painting cars. But, you know, it was just something I have a little bit of experience in now, just in case. All right, well, we are 4 minutes from making this drop off. So go ahead and make somebody happy. Another one of those contactless deliveries, but this time it does not have instructions, so I actually have to call the customer. All right, so thought we were here, but maybe not. Let me take a look at the map here. Yes. We're across the street from it. All right, getting this and dropped off now. Okay, well, we got that one dropped off. The guy didn't pick up. I left it at the door, took a picture. Looks like that's what the other dasher did before me, so. Anyway, mission accomplished. So my dash was actually supposed to end at 1 o'clock. Got others scheduled for today, but I was just trying to grab an order or two. But I'll see what it comes in the next few minutes. It's 1:30, so I don't know. We'll see. We're sitting at $19.32 now. Anyway, I thought I'd mention, because I get comments about this sometimes. It's not like the people that commented are going to be watching this video to know, but maybe I have a reputation for taking every order or taking bad orders, or what other people perceive as being bad orders. But when you're working for DoorDash or Uber Eats or any one of the other gig platforms, you're an independent contractor, which means it's your business. You got to do what's right for you and your business. If I decide to take a $2 offer that I know is a no-tip offer because it makes sense for me, that doesn't hurt other drivers out here. There's people that say, well, you're training them not to tip. Nah, they're already trained not to tip. People have tip fatigue and they don't really want to tip. And not doing their order, what it does is causes them to talk bad about DoorDash because they didn't get their order in time, or it was cold, or it wasn't handled properly. It's not going to say, well, next time I'll leave a tip, see what happens. Nobody's doing that. I'm not saying to take no tip offers. I have an 80% acceptance rate, which means I turn down about 2 out of every 10 offers that comes my way. But the thing is I'm not going to say every negative thing that happens out here. I mean, sometimes I mention them. You know, got a low-paying offer, no-tip offer. Oh, I turned that one down. Just because I do. But I don't think anybody wants me to badmouth every single thing that I turned down out here. That, you know, where's the joy in that? Also, I enjoy doing this. It gets me out of the house. It allows me to have flexibility for what I do for a living. But I do this for a living. I mean, maybe I'm not out here beating the street 8 or 10 hours a day like some drivers, but it's not like I don't need the money or don't use the money. You know, it's a nice side income. I do some writing. I do some maintenance on occasion. You know, I do almost anything that comes my way within reason. And in the end, this fits in really nice to my overall plan. And that plan is to live a simple life, to make a little bit of money, to have food to eat, to take care of my family, and not to be too stressed out over the minutia that happens from day to day. So anyway, that may be why it appears that I'm out here taking all these bad orders and everything. I just take orders that make sense for me. I turn down the ones that don't make sense for me. And I try and keep my acceptance rate above 80% because being in one of the top tier platforms, gold or platinum, does make a difference where I live. Okay. I got up on a soapbox and never even got out of my car seat. How do you like that one? All right, well, it's kind of quiet right now, but we're just driving back into a area where it's a little bit busier. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to head for home. We'll see you on the next one, whenever that happens to be. Well, we're ending the video where I typically start it. Yeah, I went home and never went back out again, so got some other stuff done around the house, and the dash just kind of crashed and burned. So let's see, how did we do? Well, we were active for an hour and 8 minutes. You can ignore the total dash time because I always pause it for multiple times. And we made $19.32, so not too bad. Close to the $20 an hour we're shooting for, and I'm happy with that. So just almost like accidental money because I wasn't really planning on dashing. I was just going to grab an order and go. So anyway, Bob's your uncle, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for dashing along with me. Take care.